The University of Sydney's front lawn is home to where all life on this campus first began. Fresh feet have trodden on this grass on orientation days for nearly 100 years. However, after this momentous day, feet are only seen to cross this space as a shortcut to reach the adjacent attractions such as the Quadrangle, Victoria Park, Eastern Avenue or Parramatta Road for public transport.
The undesirability for people to sit and stay in this area was revealed in our site research and mapping. The area's vast openness leaves visitors feeling vulnerable to the harsh environmental factors Sydney experiences. In summer, strong southerly winds travel up Eastern Avenue, and in winter, cool gusts emanate from the southwest and west. A lack of vegetation buffers on the lawn creates an unpleasant experience for those wanting to sit and relax. Similarly, the lack of sheltering trees in this area offer no protection from the harsh Australian sun. All these factors have resulted in an extensive barren grasscape where minimal human interaction takes place.
Through archival research, evidence shows Sydney University's history of being integrated into nature for many years. However, buildings and infrastructure have begun to dominate most natural elements in the area as a result of urban expansion.
Research reveals a lack of space to relax in the university, forcing students to travel home to unwind then continue their studies. Our design aims to encourage students to spend more time at university and interact with their peers. The library does not accommodate for study breaks as it is a highly productive space. However, rather counterintuitively, this lack of relaxing environments ultimately leads to reduced student productivity.
Our pteropods revert people's focus onto the possibilities of nature, as the subterranean pods provide a social service for our community. Our design comprises 3 interconnected mounds covered with circular windows and native plants, while multi-purpose spaces are buried beneath, essentially transforming Sydney University's front lawn into an immersive experience by activating its underutilised space. The submerged nature of the pteropods into the lawn ensures views of the main building remain unobstructed, while simultaneously acting as a weather shelter for visitors. Guests can choose to descend into the pods to partake in 3 realms of wellbeing activities, each room offering different levels of privacy and relaxation, or they can ascend the mounds to have a heightened view of the beautiful campus or view the interior happenings through the skylights.
Guests enter the first room, named Communis, and make their way through the pods to eventually reach the exit located in Dormy, the most private of the pavilions. As visitors transverse through these pavilions, they can choose whether the services suit their needs.
In Communis, recycled timber wraps around the pod's entirety, including the communal seating which encompasses the room. This room acts as a resting space where guests can gather around the central table. Within this table holds a supply for tea, a beverage that is a vital ritual in numerous cultures. For many, tea represents tranquility, respect and harmony, 3 qualities we believe are crucial to the well-being of our bustling academic community, where stress and tension are no foreign entity. The pteropods act as safe sharing spaces for the community to gather and soak themselves in other cultures, as multicultural teas are made and passed around. The tea's fundamental purpose is to be an educational conversation starter, where people from the same culture as the presented tea can explain how they prepare and consume it. Alternatively, the tea coasters provided contain information explaining each tea's origins and all the necessary information about it. This also can be a souvenir from the exhibition. Here, students and staff can come to have a break from their work and try something new. To continue our journey, we descend further into the depths of the university to visit a slightly more intimate public space, Opus.
Opus is a space for gathering thoughts and knowledge between individuals in smaller groups. Concrete coats the upper dome of the hemisphere as circular windows allow streams of light to enter the space. The lower hemisphere is circulated by an ergonomic grey lounge made of porous Herzog & de Meuron fabric, accompanied by movable concrete cylinder tables which can be used as desks or footrests. This area is aimed at study groups needing to gather and have discussions, as there are limited indoor spaces at the university to do this. The tranquility of the monochromatic space clears the mind of distractions and prompts the flow of the brilliant thoughts which make up this university. And here is our final internal pavilion, Dormy. This reflection room offers a peaceful sanctuary where minds can recharge and refuel. The brown leather floor lounge has integrated head support to encourage guests to rest their heads while looking up into the distorted reflective steel as refracted light streams through the kaleidoscopic portholes. The room is located further from the other pavilions, so noise is minimal, allowing peace and clarity. For added privacy and rest levels, these windows are dimmable to serve the visitors' preferences.
Our Pteropods exhibition asserts itself as a subterranean public space where people can enjoy the internal services provided or make the space their own on the grassy mounds above ground. While resting on the edges of the mounds, the public can enjoy views of the beautiful surrounding environment, including the main building and Chow Chak Wing Museum. Climbing the mounds and viewing the interior is also possible as the grass is a soft, safe space. Our design choice to cover our interior space with grass was inspired by observations that people prefer to sit and lean on something rather than sit on a flat surface. In doing so, our design encourages people to come and lie on the grassy mounds to socialise, read a book, or just sit with their thoughts. The design of the Pteropods draws people to interact with the space in their own way. In doing so, we are activating the underutilised space by reintegrating nature back into the urban environment.
The Pteropod exhibition will ultimately be a relational aesthetic space where people's interactions with each other, their spaces, and the complementary tea provided will be the focal point. Each of the 3 pavilions serve a diverse function where we expect guests to act suitably. For example, guests have the option of using the pavilions simply as a passageway to get a glimpse of the activities of others, or they could decide to join, whether they interact with others or just the space itself. By making use of the underutilised dimensions of the lawn, it will have a pulse once again.